Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm back again with another Procreate art process, and usually when I make these videos I like to kind of just discuss something, and this time I'm just going to have a quick talk about like mini concepts, right? And how they can kind of get you out of art block and kind of help you kind of progress through your artistic journey. Now for me, the mini concept that I've chosen, that if you've looked at a few pieces of my work you might have seen, is I like to do scale. So I like to do big characters with little characters, or a big character in an environment looking just big, right? I know it's not this thing that's never been done, it's everywhere, Transformers, Pacific Rim, all these different things, Godzilla, all these different kind of places, but I just like to convey that kind of scale in my artwork. And I usually like to put like a little human in kind of the shot with like a giant being. So right here, as you can see, right about now, I'm starting to kind of pencil in where I'm going to put the girl on her scooter, and she's kind of like flying alongside this giant creature, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of connection between the characters. If you look at the piece for what it is, maybe she's just flying by, maybe this character just exists in her world, right? But my idea was just to create this scale, nothing more than that, nothing kind of to say that they're even related at any, in any way, just scale, Overall, I think mini concepts can help you kind of like figure out what artistic direction you want to go in. They can help you kind of like understand what kind of stuff you actually like to draw, because I love to draw a bunch of different things, and if I give myself like a free project kind of mini series to do, so I've noticed that with a lot of stuff I'll do something 3 times and I'll know if I love it or not, right? So if you do 3 and you actually put a little bit of time into each, or not, maybe just enough time to make it look presentable, for each you'll know if that's something that you actually want to create or not. And I've done this through various different things. I tried to do card illustrations, I tried to do those kinds of things. I loved those. I probably should have done more, and I will this year, but I've had a lot of, since having children, I've kind of missed out on a lot of things. But in terms of time, having children is wonderful, but time, right? But I think it's important to just give yourself little mini assignments, do 3 of this, maybe do 3 vehicles, do 3 interiors, do 3 kind of like character designs from a certain time in history, stuff like that. Do 3 animals, see how you feel about doing animal kind of characters and stuff like that. See how you feel about doing like a rocky environment versus a hilly environment versus an environment with a lot of like houses in it. See how you feel about these different things. See how you feel doing some sci-fi kind of like spaceship stuff versus doing like, a huge kind of ship on the water. There's a bunch of different things that you can do, and you can give yourself these little mini projects, these little mini assignments that will, expand your artistic horizons. And aside from expanding your artistic horizons, they will make you figure out what it is you really enjoy drawing, and what kind of makes you tick artistically, and I think that's incredibly important to kind of figure out for artists, and I will be posting a few more of these giant drawings, because this is a project that I've actually got it marked on my Procreate. I have a giant folder of a bunch of stuff that needs finishing and a bunch of stuff that's so close to being completed. And it's just this kind of stuff, there'll be a giant character in the background, and there'll be a human-sized character somewhere in the foreground. And it's like a contrast kind of thing, and I love these images, as a series, and I love kind of just having these images in my kind of portfolio or in my gallery for people to look at. I think they do tell a story, very subtly, but they tell a story, and there's a lot about them that I enjoy. So I feel like giving yourself these little kind of projects helps you to kind of go to a place that a lot of people haven't gone to, and it helps you find something that you really want to kind of do artistically, or something that you didn't know that you were good at. You might draw your first animal and be like, yeah, this is the way, like I love this. You might do your first environment or your first interior or your first cloud, and think, yeah, this is great. Like I really didn't know I like this so much, and that's why it's important to experiment, right? It's just another way to look at experimentation, and another way, as I've been saying, to beat art block. Thank you. Goodbye.